Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Outside. 56, Mike, 56. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, the game's first play, produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 36, 36.
They run the counter. Dobbins, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Set, ready, 50, play.
Check, 53, Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Sit up.
53,
ready.
Throwing on first down. Patterson. Going right side here, and that's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Hey, I'm coming.
Come.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ricky.
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The first down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Check 53. Ready?
On first down, Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now, as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Again, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First down, New York.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To throw is Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Let's go now. 8-3.
Check 53, Floyd. You remember me? You remember me?
Get it.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Ready, ready. 30 base. Hey, wahoo.
57.
Clear. 50. Trip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Patterson. He's going to let this one go into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered.
Yeah, baby. That's our ball. Our ball.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Patterson. He's going to launch this thing. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 51 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Patterson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And McManus able to put it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Here's Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, orbit. Go. Get it.
On 1st down, Patterson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Patterson. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready up.
53, Mike, let's get the ball.
Ready.
53, check, let's go.
2nd and 3. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Patterson. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Pick me up, here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
We own this. We own this.
Come.
57, Mike 57.
2nd and 9 now. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15 line. 15 line.
Mike 53. And let's get this.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 50.
Hey.
To throw on 2nd down, Patterson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Inside.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll try the right side with Bell. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
56. Check 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now T.J. Yeldon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Ready, go.
57 is the mark.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
At the 20-yard line.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. That one complete to Yeldon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Third and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Switch up. Switch up. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
From the gun, Patterson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And Anderson loses the football.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on 1st down. Patterson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Chris on Travis.
53 is the Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, 53.
Hey, Alpha.
3, Mike. Watch this.
Go.
53.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
At the 13-yard line.
Got it.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They gonna need some therapy after
Let
that.
go.
Check.
Back to throw. Patterson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but for this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Yeldon running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Now it's Freeman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Ready? Snap.
That's Ryan running in with Janovich, the fullback, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 3 bucks.
Come.
Mike, 53.
Get it.
From the gun, Patterson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Let's go, let's go. Mike, number 53.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Anderson's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
218, chopper.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 50.
Bravo.
53. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Here we go. 8-3.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Sleep grip.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings
Ready?
up second
30
and
base.
11 at the
57's
30-yard
Mike.
line.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
General West. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Ready.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming.
Five.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw down for Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop.